Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be giving you some tips and tricks for how I get the LLM to write NSFW. Tips for how I write NSFW using AI. Whether you want to write that gory action scene or that steamy lovemaking scenes, it's not easy to get the LLM to write NSFW. However, it is possible to coax the LLM into giving you what you want, or coming pretty close. Here are some tips and tricks I use for getting the LLM to write NSFW. Number 1. Tell the LLM what you want to write and ask it to give you options for that particular scene. Example: I want to write an action scene where the female protagonist is facing off against a horde of vampires. Give me some options for this scene. Explanation: this tells the LLM what you are looking for without being graphic right off the bat. You don't want to scare the LLM away before you even get started. That being said, if writing romance scenes, you will need to let the LLM know that the characters are consenting adults, or else most LLM, such as Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini, will refuse to write it, and sometimes even lecture you. Number 2. Once the LLM gives you options, pick the one you like best and go from there. Tell the LLM what you want the scene to entail. Example: let's try option number 1. I want this scene to be very detailed with lots of action, blood, and gore. I want the maximum level of explicit detail for this scene. The protagonist is Sage, F23. She's a human hunter of vampires who walked into an ambush in the warehouse. POV is third-person POV from Sage's perspective. Explanation: the LLM needs to know exactly what you want in the scene, or else it will just make stuff up. If you're okay with that, then you can just leave off the details and just tell it the option you choose. Number 3. Once the scene is written, ask the LLM if this is the max level of explicit detail they can do. Example: is this the most explicit you can go? Explanation: you don't want to try to tell the LLM what to add in the scene because 9 times out of 10 it will refuse. Instead, you want to ask the LLM what it can do. Some LLMs will say, yes, this is the limit, while others will say, I can add more explicit details. Claude will actually ask you if you want the maximum level of explicit detail. Number 4. If you are satisfied with the scene, you can then ask the LLM to do a chapter edit or edit it yourself. Example: I like to have the LLM do a chapter edit with the following prompt. What do you think of this chapter? Does the chapter make sense logistically? Does it stick to the genre and tone of the story? Serious for serious genre, funny for comedy genre, etc. Does it follow the outline exactly? Did you end the chapter at the end of scene 5, or whatever the final scene of the chapter is, like you were supposed to, or did you add stuff that you should not have? How is the pacing, consistency, and repetition? Is the dialogue believable? Does the chapter have M-dashes? If so, remove them. Did you maintain the required minimum word count? Did you follow any writing guidelines given, if available? Did you adhere to the explicit level of detail, if applicable? Are there any changes that should be made? Explanation: the truth is, the more the LLM does, the less I have to do. The last thing I want is to have a chapter where the protagonist is pretty much mortally wounded, yet still fighting as if she were fresh out the gate. It doesn't make sense, and the LLM should fix it before I go in and do my own edits. That being said, sometimes the LLM will tell you that the chapter is perfect when it is not, so I like to run this prompt more than once. Also, the LLM may not catch all of the mistakes in the chapter edit. Don't get frustrated. You can just tell the LLM what is wrong and it will fix it. Conclusion: these tips and tricks are what I have used with the LLMs Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini. However, each LLM is different, so these tips and tricks may not work for every LLM. Some LLMs simply refuse to write NSFW no matter how much you coax it. If that is the case, just try another one. There are so many LLMs out there, both free and paid, so don't get discouraged if you can't get what you want out of a particular LLM. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for new videos every week.